As a teenager, I realized that most people on earth are followers. There are a couple of people who really lead people, and most people follow them. Now, this is what I learned in class. You always have a couple of teenagers in class, a couple of classmates who rule the class, right? And who basically always run the shit. And this is the same in the real world. This is the same with your job, with your career, with everything that you do. Then I got older, and then I learned about leadership. So I never knew really what leadership was. I never really knew that it was actually a real thing that people could learn, right? I thought this was just a God-given thing, and then that's it. Now, it definitely is a given gift sometimes with people. Sometimes people are just natural leaders, born leaders. They are born with the intention to lead. And I have the same feeling. I have the same feeling that when I'm in a group with people, I want to be the leader of that group. But leadership is not just a feeling that you have, or it's not just a desire that you feel. Leadership can be learned. Leadership can be an actual skill that you can master to improve in leading others. Now, I've spoken within the last year with a lot of great business owners and leaders, and I've noticed a couple of things and traits that I'm starting to copy myself to become more of a leader. So today I'm going to be sharing you the 4 main traits that I've seen that all leaders have in common. So let's get into the video. First off, we got to define leadership versus being a boss. Now, the difference between a boss and a leader is an example. A leader is someone who you look up to. A leader is someone who you see and you want to be like him. A boss is just somebody who is telling you to do something, and he doesn't even have to do that himself. He basically just says to you, you have to do this and this, but I don't have to do that myself. Okay? That is what a boss is. A leader is a example for other people. And this is what I've learned in the past years of me just, studying business and studying business and YouTubers and people who have huge empires. I always realize that the people who run the whole thing are an example for the people that follow him. And the bosses are always underneath the main leaders. Same thing in like a pack of wolves or a pack of animals, whatever, lions. You always have the main leader, right? You always have that alpha man. You always have the main leader that people or animals look up to. Now, then underneath that leader, you have bosses who telling the guys underneath the bosses what to do. And that is not what you want to be. You want to start to be a leader. So now we're going to get into the 4 traits that I've noticed with these leaders and what they actually do to become a great leader. So the first thing I've noticed with every single great leader I've spoken to is that they communicate clearly. Now, communication is part of leadership. The reason why is because you have to be able to communicate clearly with the people who you're leading in order to make people understand you and make people want to listen to you. If you talk like an insecure little kid, nobody is going to want to listen to you. And that's the reality of life. This is why in class, in your job, your career, your business, doesn't matter what it is, you have to talk like you are the man. You have to talk like you are literally the leader of the whole empire. Even if you're not that guy yet, even if you don't have your business up yet, even if you don't have employees or whatever, you have to be able to talk with conviction and talk like you are the man. So some actionable steps that I have recently taken for myself is when it comes to speaking and improving my speech, usually what I did is I went to YouTube videos and I just watched communication videos and I just started thinking about it. And I started gaining confidence from these videos. I was like, yeah, that's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. Not realizing that without action, you're never going to get better. So the thing that I did is I started taking action on YouTube videos. So first off, I made a lot of YouTube videos, and YouTube videos, basically, not even YouTube videos, just videos in general, sometimes not even posting them. But YouTube videos forced me to be able to talk to an audience, which is you right now. And the people behind the camera need to understand what I'm saying. And that is communication. That is your speech. You need to be able to know how to talk to make other people want to listen to you. Because the thing is, when you talk like an insecure bitch, let's say you talk like this. Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about the 4 traits that leaders have in common, and hopefully you enjoy. Nobody is going to want to listen to me. Nobody is going to want to take my advice. Nobody is going to listen to me. Nobody is going to share my content that way. Because I don't talk with conviction. I don't talk like I know what I'm talking about. So you have to change the conviction. Now, what did I do also to increase that conviction feeling for other people is increase my confidence underneath. If you talk about something that you absolutely know everything of, you automatically talk a little bit more with conviction and confidence, and other people will start to sense that and notice that. Now, when you do that, other people will start to listen. This is the main thing of speaking that a lot of y'all need to understand. The thing that just helps is when you talk about something that you truly believe in. You're gonna talk like your life is on the line, right? You have such a big belief for something and you talk about it to other people. You're not gonna let other people prove you wrong. No, you are gonna be talking about it with absolute conviction and belief. That's what you need to do in every single situation. Not only the things that you believe in, but just when you talk in general. Then another thing, I got a job where I learned communication. So for all the teenagers out there, if you are getting a 9-to-5 job in the future, which is not a bad thing, let me tell you, it's not a bad thing to get a 9-to-5 job. In my opinion, it's a bad thing to stay in a 9-to-5 job for the rest of your life. But to get a 9-to-5 job, you will learn a lot about it, bro. You will learn how to work. You'll learn how to show up in time. You'll learn discipline because you don't always want to go. And you'll get a little taste of the employee life. And that for me was motivation to get out. So recently I actually quit my part-time job. Hey, applause for me. But that job that I got was a sales job. Now you know that for sales, you need to be able to talk. If you're going to be insecure in front of someone and you're going to be talking with no conviction, no belief, no volume in your voice, right? Nobody is going to want to listen to you. All types of filler words and ums and uhs. Nobody is going to want to buy your product. Nobody is actually going to be believing in what you say. So how did I change that? How did I change from people not believing in me when I spoke and now people actually listening to me because I talk with conviction? First off, analyzing my speech. I started to analyze my speech every single day. Analyzing my speech made me realize that I wasn't talking how I'm supposed to talk. When I watch my videos back, my old videos, I was not speaking with real clarity and conviction, and I wasn't looking at myself like I'm a leader. Now when I watch my videos, I look at my videos and I think, okay, this is something that I could be proud of. Even though I can still improve, but I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? You got to analyze your speech. This is why I'm telling everybody to make videos of themselves and analyze it, right? Record yourself on camera, re-listen to it, and improve from there. Second trait that all leaders have in common, and that is that they're not scared to share their opinions about something. Now, you can see this with all types of great influencers and entrepreneurs. Look at Andrew Tate. Look at, all these huge entrepreneurs who stand on what they believe. They are great leaders because they absolutely stand on their morals and values. And because they do that, other people want to follow them. If you have nothing to stand on, you have no reason to be followed. Other people will not find a reason for them to follow you. That is just the main thing. The reason why people follow me on Instagram and why people follow me on YouTube and why I'm going to be a big ass YouTuber and content creator and entrepreneur in general is because people are going to want to listen to me very, very soon. Right now, even. You know what I'm saying? So because of their opinions and because they're not scared to actually say something, that is why people want to follow them. Because other people, most people, are scared to state their opinions and to actually be clear about what they think to other people, right? And even about certain topics. Now, when you are the type of guy who isn't afraid of that, other people are going to want to follow you and stand behind your back and actually march with you on your opinions. You know what I'm saying? And that is the beautiful thing about having a community and having a following, is that other people will start to literally stand behind your opinions, and you will start to create this cult-like community that people are just happy to be around because they are strong and they stand on what they believe and they believe in their morals and values, and they let no one break that. Then trait number 3, and that is that they walk the talk, bro. Listen, as I already said, the difference between a boss and a leader is that a boss isn't the example. A boss is just somebody who is telling you what to do. A leader does what he's telling you to do. That's why you follow. A boss is not who you follow. A leader is who you follow. They lead. You know what I'm saying? They are in front of the pack, in front of the group, in front of the cult, and they lead the people into something great. That is what a leader does. A leader is an example that other people will start to mimic so that they can become that person as well. Now, if you want to become that, you have to start to take action on yourself. Listen, yourself is what you should improve first before you can lead other people. You cannot lead other people if you haven't done anything yourself. Listen, if I want to lead other people with fitness, self-improvement, YouTube, content creation, hard work, and mindset, I got to do that myself first. I got to be able to show that I'm about that first. That is what a leader does. A leader is somebody who isn't faking it. A leader is somebody who has already went through all the trials and tribulations that the followers are now going to go through because they're following the leader. And a leader is going to help them through because he knows the trials. He knows the tribulations. He knows the errors. He knows the fucking hard times and the difficult times in their life, right? They just know how that goes. That is a leader. A leader is someone who went through all of it already and is now teaching others to get there as well and how to actually go through it themselves. That's a leader. So the first step to being that leader for other people is to start walking the talk. Everything that you say, you have to be doing yourself as well. If you are the type of guy to say, oh, you got to be able to go to the gym every day, but you not really working out. Oh, you got to post videos every day to be successful, but you're not really doing that. Oh, you got to do this and do that, but you're not really doing that. You're not a leader. You're trying to be a boss. And to be a leader, you have to lead by example. So you are the example. You set the standard for yourself and for the people who you're trying to lead. I'll tell you this little story right now. That job that I was working at, that little sales job, the moment I met the owner, and usually, if you know, your boss is usually not really your example. The owner of the whole business is your example. So I was talking to the owner of the business, and I spoke with him a lot of times about what he does and what type of books he reads and how many years he's been doing it, whatever, and how many times a week he works out. That man is an absolute leader. Shout out to him. If he's watching this, yo, shout out to you, bro. I've learned a lot from him. And the reason why I learned so much from him is because he went through all of that shit that I'm going through myself right now. He is a successful business owner, makes a shit ton of money, knows how to communicate, knows how to sell. He does all of that shit himself. He looks big as fuck. He's a real leader. Even the first time I actually spoke to him and he gave me like training on sales, I sat in front of him and I felt his energy. Young kids call it aura nowadays. I felt that, right? I was sitting in front of him and I was like, damn, bro, I really feel this man's leadership. I really feel that this motherfucker is about it. And if you don't feel that with a lot of people, most of the time, you're also right. Because the moment when you sit in front of someone and you don't feel like their power or like their energy or like their leadership in them, most of the time, you're right. Most of the time, they're really not like that. If you sit in front of a person and you really feel that energy coming off of them, most of the time, that's real energy, bro. You gotta understand, people are just like animals. When you see a mouse in the grass, he's just starting to get anxious because he knows like a tiger is around. You're saying like that is because of their instinct. You must have that as well. When somebody dangerous walks in the building, we just feel it. We just sense it, right? And you gotta become that guy so that other people will start sensing you, that you just walked in the building like, yo, this motherfucker is different. Wait a minute. I don't even know who he is, what's his name is, or what he does, but I know he's about it. I know he's leading other people for sure. And that is what I felt with him. And I really find that inspiring because when I feel that with people, I automatically kind of want to learn about what they do and learn about how they talk and how they move in life and what they do on a daily basis. And that is what you should do as well. So when you get the chance to sit down with these people, do it as much as you can, bro. Then number 4 is they train their bodies. It's very simple. They train their bodies for a reason. Leaders, as I said, are in front of the pack. And when you are in front of the pack, you need to be able to take hits. Being able to take hits, you got to be mentally and physically strong. When you have a strong body, I really feel like it translates into mental strength right away. And of course, this is not always the case. But most people who have been training their bodies for years and years and years, they have always had a stronger mindset compared to the person who isn't doing that. So actionable step for you, just start hitting the gym. Me too. I have basically been working out since I was 14, at least 5 days a week. I have basically been working out for 6 years now. And the reason why I've been doing that is because I want to be physically strong and mentally strong, because without that, I feel like I can't really lead a group of people. I have to be the example and set the standard for other people who are following me, especially for my audience right now. You are watching this video. I bet you don't want to see a scrawny kid sitting here talking about leadership or talking about being mentally strong. No, I want to be able to convey that feeling to the viewers who see me as a role model. I want to look like that. I want to look like a superhero to my kids. This is the reason why most kids don't even look up to their dad no more. And that's simply because they don't look like they should be a role model. They don't look like they should be admired by other people. And the thing is, the moment you start doing that, you start getting so much respect. And that is also something that I've noticed with great leaders. They are always respected because of the things that they do and the way they look like. I even saw this video a long while ago of like this kid predator, right? This kid pedophile who was basically grabbing kids in the park, playground, and taking them home. And then doing some fucked up shit with him. Then he got caught and he did an interview, and the interviewer asked, what do you look for when it comes to grabbing a kid and taking them home? Why do you pick that kid over that kid? And he said, I don't look at the kids. I'm actually looking if the dad looks like a threat or not. If he looks like a threat, I won't probably go for his child. I will go for the child who has a weak ass father. That's basically what he said. And then it clicked. Then I basically thought by myself, you have to look like a threat. Be a threat. Not only look like one, but be one. Stand up for yourself and be able to take hits, be able to give hits, be able to be a real dangerous man. And the moment I saw these leaders that I look up to myself online or in real life, they are all threats. And a lot of people will see that in a negative way. Oh, nobody should be dangerous. No. As a man, bro, especially as a leader, if you're leading a group of men or if you're leading an audience or you want to lead by example, you have to be a threat. You have to be dangerous. You have to be formidable. That, in my opinion, should be the life of a man. you need to be able to be dangerous in a certain amount of times. And I realized that every single guy who is a leader, a great leader who practices leadership, trains their bodies to first of all look like a threat and be a threat. If that doesn't motivate you, that little story about the kid predators, I don't know what to tell you, because that video alone was for me enough to get motivated instantly to go train, to go gain weight, to go look like a threat, to go fight, all of that stuff. If you want personal help with all of this, go to the link in my bio, join the Bars Only Academy, and I'll actually help you personally on your way to your dream physique and getting the mindset that you need. Let's get it. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video.